Steve Harris?
No, Steve Harris. Here's a funny story with Steve Harris. You have a second or no?
Okay.
Well,
More than a second, dude.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast, bro. It's all just about gabbing.
Steve Harris, and here's the true story. You know, Electric Lady around the corner.
Yeah.
Electric Lady. Well, and again, this is growing up in New York. Hearing you have your people.
Steve Harris, bass player for Iron Maiden.
Everybody should know that.
Most people
Yes.
should know that, but a lot of people won't.
Yeah, but I'm a diehard, so
Yeah,
you should
me
know
too.
that. Yeah. So long story
He's
short,
got the triple technique,
triple
finger
triple
technique,
but
the gallop.
And here's a question: you say the gallop, but and now I'm friends with Steve. Luckily,
Wow.
After all these years,
He's an old hero of mine.
Yeah, totally. He's a great dude too. You know the triple thing you just talked about,
Yeah.
the gallop,
Mhm.
and I've always said. One of the first things I've asked him, I said, you do triplets with both fingers, right? You use 3 fingers.
Yeah.
He goes, no, I use 2 fingers.
Oh, but he just doubles one up.
He doubles one up. He plays these 2 fingers, the middle finger and the ring finger, as one.
Oh.
It doesn't really hit. It just looks like it's hitting.
Oh, that's cool.
And that was one of my kid things I had to know. But
I didn't know that.
yeah. So long story short, I had heard from one of my peeps in New York that he was mixing Seventh Son of the Seventh Son. And remember that record, Iron Maiden? Yeah, he was over here at Electric Lady. So I was going to go downtown and meet Steve Harris. I don't care. First time, blah blah blah.
How old were you?
Again, this is at his time, 15, 16, something like that. Again, we went on.
How would you find out that these guys were doing that?
I have my sources. I do. I have a lot of friends. Actually, a friend at that time worked down the road at a record store, and he saw Steve walking by.
Okay.
And he says he must be at Electric. So this is how people talk. This is before computers and
Right.
texting and all that stuff. He called me up, right?
Right.
So long story short, I went down with a couple of my friends, and it was a freezing day in Manhattan. 10 degrees. It was one of those biting cold days, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Electric Lady has that brick outside, and there's a little camera there that has a little window there, and you have to ring.
Mm-hmm.
So we're freezing. We're waiting outside. And half an hour comes. I don't give a damn. I'm going to ring the bell. Is Steve Harris here? Nobody's going to tell you. Just a 16-year-old guy. Steve Harris here. I'm a fan. Blah 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 blah. You can't come in. No, he's not here. He's around the guy told me he's around the block eating. So what do? A couple of me and my friends, we go around the block, and you know the Comedy Cellar?
Yeah.
What's the restaurant on top of it?
The Olive Tree Cafe.
Olive Tree Cafe.
Damn, Hooter.
Dude, very good. Good calling. You've been there before.
Fuck's sake, bro.
The Mediterranean platter with the hummus and the falafel.
Nice work, dude.
That's good stuff, though. I've eaten that. Yeah.
Come on.
And this is why I think that place is, for me, I know it's comedy. That's a Comedy Cellar. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's popular. It's famous.
Back then, it probably wasn't. It was probably the
no.
real fucking deal.
It was the real deal back then. So I'm looking at that, and I look up in the olive tree, and it's Steve eating by himself. He's just eating by himself, and he sees a bunch of there's 4 or 5 of us, the guys with leather jackets on, freezing our asses off, literally freezing, and we're just looking at this guy eat. This poor guy's eating. We're just like staring at him, and we must look pathetic. I'm sure we did, right? So, and this is how cool this dude is, man. So he's eating. He's in mid bite, and he sees. He goes, waves us in. Waves us in. So after that,
That's amazing.
handshake. We were freezing from the cold, and I'm nervous about meeting Steve Harris. So long story short, he comes in. He goes, "Sit down, boys." Invites us all to dinner. Buys us all dinner the whole night. Conversation, dude. We're about a good hour and a half.
Are you
It
kidding?
was how great of an experience is that?
What a guy.
That's surreal.
That man is the same man I know today.
That's amazing.
He's always been that guy. He's
And
never changed.
And did you, as an older person, talk to him about that memory?
Steve remembers everything.
And what
he
it-
remembers? Yeah, mate. That's just no other way to be, and that's the way it is. I've never seen him mistreated.
What a great guy.
He's the best. He's
Fucking love
again. He's
hearing
one of
that.
those guys who said that's a rock star who should be everywhere. People should. That's the way he should be treated. That's the bottom line, and I've learned a lot through that. Iron Maiden taught Anthrax a lot. How to tour, how to treat people, how to do it the right way. That's why they're still around and bigger than ever now.
Yeah.
They're awesome.